Sup, y'all? This is Patrick Ryan, otherwise known as Huge Cow Patty or HCP, doing a little impromptu video here. I don't have a script. I don't have anything really planned. I'm just gonna be talking. I just got done watching the Nintendo E3 Spotlight for 2017, and I had some thoughts on it. I took some notes, so I thought I'd just go over them real quick. It's just going to be real quick and dirty. You're not going to get a lot of flashy graphics or music or anything. This is just me talking to you about what I thought. Before I get into that, please check the description below this video for links to our Facebook page, to our t-shirt store, to our Twitter, and to our Patreon, so that you can learn more about us and what we do here, and maybe find a way to support us. That would be really fantastic. I also want to point out that, yes, I know we haven't done this for any of the other conferences. Someone probably will. It might be me. It might be somebody else. I just am doing this of my own initiative. I like Nintendo. It's not that I don't like Sony or Microsoft or any of the other companies. I just have a Nintendo preference. So this is the one that I watched first. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not playing favorites or any, well, I mean, I'm playing favorites because I like Nintendo, but, CFG's not. So, all you fanboy people out there that are like, he likes Nintendo, and get over it. We'll get to the other stuff. Don't worry. All right. Yeah. So just some quick thoughts. I got my notes here over on my wife's very lovely pink HP laptop. You guys like that? It's beautiful. It's nice and pink and stuff. All right. Yeah. So it opened up with a sizzle reel. If you saw the 30-second Super Bowl spot that they had that had Breath of the Wild, you kind of know what Nintendo's going for with their marketing. Very geared toward people probably a little younger than me. I'm 33. The target audience for these ad campaigns are probably like people that are fresh out of college. They've just got a new career. They're out on their own. They've got some disposable income. That's not to say that the games and stuff aren't still child friendly, but I think they realized that what marketing they did have for the Wii U, where they were targeting families that live in this weird white room that looks like it was designed to be in an Apple commercial, just wasn't really working. So that's the kind of thing they're going for. It's a little weird to me to see people that are like in a gym boxing and then they hop down from their boxing ring to play arms. But, I mean, it's what they're going for. I think it's working. I can't say that it's not working. That's for sure. So that's the sizzle reel. And most of these things I'm talking about, I'm sure if you go to Nintendo's YouTube channel, you can see all this cut out, and if you just want to watch that. But the important thing about the opening sizzle reel was that it was the first time, at least that I know of, that anything has been said at all about Rocket League being on the Switch. And that was another sort of theme of the sizzle reel. It was all games that are designed around the controller, the console rather, having two controllers and you being able to take it with you, and you've got everything that you need right out of the box to play with two people. You can make the argument that playing games with one Joy-Con is not fantastic. I'm not going to argue with you. I would disagree with you, but that's not what I'm not here to make a case for single Joy-Con gaming. I'm just simply pointing out this is an opinion some people have. It doesn't change the fact that the console comes with two controllers, and you can play these games, and that was something they really focused on. Pokken Tournament, or Pokken Tournament, however I guess, grammatically speaking, it's Pokken Tournament, but I think you're supposed to pronounce it Pokken Tournament. Rocket League was in there. FIFA 18, which EA is officially calling it, even though we're getting some weird... I don't even want to say it's a halfway version of the game. It's running on a new engine. I mean, this is what happens. Remember back when the Xbox 360 launched, you had the PS2, the GameCube, and the Xbox original version of Madden, and then you had the Xbox 360 version of Madden, and it didn't have some features. that were in the other two. And I know some people are like, well, the Switch version doesn't have the journey mode or whatever, because no, it doesn't. It's not because the system is weaker. It's because they had to develop the game from the ground up. It's on a new architecture. This is what you're getting. If you want to play FIFA 18 on the go, then you don't have the journey mode or whatever it is. And you know what? That's probably fine for most people. If it's not fine, buy it somewhere else. I feel like I don't really want this whole video to be me defending Nintendo, so I'm gonna try and get out of that mindset and just concentrate on the thing. I get a little defensive, I think, because people assume I'm just some Nintendo fanboy, and they come at me, bro. All right. Then Reggie came out and talked. He's a good speaker. I think he does better like on stage than in these Nintendo Directs. But he does a good job. He's got a real commanding presence. I always enjoy listening to him speak. They went into a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 trailer. We've known for a while Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming out this year. There are a lot of people speculating that it was going to get pushed back to 2018. According to the trailer, during the spotlight, it's still coming this fall. That's excellent. Nintendo really needs to hammer in these fall games, especially while third-party support's a little light for now. So that'll be good. The game looks pretty. I personally hope they polish up the graphics some. You polish up the graphics on level 14. That old commercial. Because right now, and maybe this is on purpose, because it was very anime, very stylized, but to me, it looked like they took a GameCube game and ran it in 1080p. That's just what I was thinking. That doesn't mean the game looks bad. The game looks really pretty, but I think for a game like Xenoblade, I would have liked to have seen something a little bit more visually impressive. I'm fine with Zelda and Mario and things like that having this sort of cartoonish look. I feel like Xenoblade needs to head down a more fancy look. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. That was my opinion. I'm so excited for it. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know that I'll be getting it right away because I got Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then I only played an hour of it, and not because I didn't like it, I just never got back to playing it. So, I mean, these are big games, and I don't always have time to pour that kind of time into big games like that. Kirby. They went into Kirby. There were a couple trailers like this. So there was a Kirby and a Yoshi game that were just Kirby and no real title, and then Yoshi and no real title. They look like they're fairly far along in development. Like they've clearly figured out what they want both of these games to look like. By the way, the Yoshi trailer came later in the stream. I'll get to that. They clearly know what they want these games to look like, and they've got it all laid out and stuff. Nintendo made it very clear before the Switch came out that they didn't want to just flood the Switch with first-party stuff right at the beginning. They wanted to make sure they spaced it out, and I think that's smart because unlike Microsoft and more so Sony, because Sony's swallowing up a lot of these. Let me move over. I feel like I'm in a weird spot on my camera. Sony's swallowing up a lot of these exclusive deals from Microsoft, so sometimes it looks like the Xbox One doesn't have a lot of games. But Nintendo, very smartly, they've got a lot of stuff cooking, but they're spreading it out. So Kirby and Yoshi are coming in 2018, even if they're done. I think that's a good idea. The Kirby game looks like if most of the time, except for some of these Kirby games were like Canvas Curse and Robobo Bot or whatever. If you played a Kirby game, you've played a Kirby game. You know what to expect, and I like that. I'm gonna look forward to that. So that's coming in 2018. Looks really good, and it's nice to see Kirby come toward the beginning of a console life cycle. Most Nintendo fans are aware that as a console's on its way out the door, that's when you get all the Kirby games. I don't know why. It just seems to be how that happens. So it's nice to see them putting this up front. Yeah, then some Nintendo executives, developers, and stuff like that came out and talked. I like those moments. I think it's real nice and personal. And they're speaking in Japanese, and so it's got an English translator over the top. Excuse me. I got a yawn. That sounds like a good time to drink some sweet tea. Mmm. Love that sugar flavored water. It's awesome. Uh, yeah, so then they cut to a gentleman from the Pokemon Company. I can't remember his name, but I want to say they didn't say this in the video, but I think it was the guy that actually created Pokemon. So he's sitting at an art table surrounded by plushies of Pokemon characters. He reiterated that Puckin Tournament is coming out. Puckin Tournament DX. I think we're going to see a lot of that. I know a lot of people have been complaining that a lot of this stuff coming out for Switch just seems like Wii U ports, which, first of all, sounds like a weird complaint because you've got Mario Kart DX and you've got Pokken Tournament DX, and as far as I know, that's it from Nintendo. Yes, we've gotten World of Goo and Little Inferno and then Shovel Knight and a bunch of other things that came out on Wii U. Those aren't Nintendo games, though. They're just third-party games, indie-developed games that were on Wii U. So I think the complaint that the Switch is going to be a whole bunch of Wii U ports is odd. But even if it were true, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. You need stuff early in your console's life for padding. Microsoft does this. Sony does this. I mean, The Last of Us got a remaster for PS4, and the freaking game wasn't even a year old, or maybe it was a year old, but it was barely a year old. So this is normal. But you've also got to remember that no one had a Wii U. I mean, I've got a Wii U, and 13 some odd million other people have a Wii U, but that's not a large number. So a lot of these Wii U games coming out on Switch is going to be the first time that a lot of these Switch owners are going to have ever had access. So you know what? Give me Captain Toad. I would love Captain Toad. I would love Super Mario 3D World. I want Sega to put Bayonetta 1 and 2 on the Switch and then bring Bayonetta 3. I want to see Hyrule Warriors on the Switch. I want to see Mario Maker. So, bring it on. Don't flood it all right at the beginning. Let's spread it out so I've got some cash to get some of this, which I think they're doing. But anyway, enough of that. He also said that Game Freak is working on a core series Pokemon game for the Switch, which, I mean, we all knew was going to happen. Obviously, it's going to happen. Nintendo's eventually going to discontinue the DS line, and the Switch is going to be their thing. So we knew that was going to happen. But it's nice to get confirmation that it's being actively worked on. So that's nice, especially since Sun and Moon Ultra were both just recently announced. So that is good. And then out of nowhere, there's a Metroid Prime 4 logo. Like, what was that? And all it says is it's being developed. Don't know if Retro Studios is developing it or not. But it's happening. So Nintendo hasn't forgot Metroid. That's good. And you know what? If you played the Metroid Prime trilogy on Wii, the aimer controls with the pointer were awesome. I really, really, really hope that that they do that with this. It's gonna be freaking awesome. All right, I'm gonna just run through these real quick, because most of my thoughts are. Then this video is getting a little long. The Yoshi game looks adorable. I talked about that. That's not coming out till later. It's got a Super Paper Mario like gimmick where you can change the camera around. So that's really nice. And yeah, it's in the Woolly World style. It looks gorgeous. Go watch the trailer. It's freaking awesome. Fire Emblem Warriors should be really good. I have Hyrule Warriors. It's the first time I ever played a game like that. It was really good to see that, and I think Hyrule Warriors proved to me that I like games like that, even though they're kind of dumb button mashers, but as long as I care about the characters in the world, they're fun. They're nice, mindless fun. I enjoy them. I think Fire Emblem Warriors is going to be good. I would love it if they put Hyrule Warriors on the Switch. That's all I'm saying. They mentioned the Breath of the Wild skins that are coming to Skyrim, the Switch version, which that's cool. I have no interest in Skyrim whatsoever, but I think it's really neat that they're doing something special to make it its own little thing. That's pretty awesome. They also revealed Amiibo for the 4 champions. I don't remember their names, even though I've probably played that game 150 hours. Their names don't come up very often. So that's going to be really good if you're still into collecting Amiibo. If I had the disposable income that I used to have, I would probably still be buying them. So then they talked about the DLC for Breath of the Wild. The first one's coming out on June 30th. So that's really soon. I'm really excited about that. I got the DLC pre-ordered, so that's going to be good. I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. Doubling down a little bit on the idea that the Switch is designed around esports. I appreciate that. I like that it's not just a marketing gimmick, that they're really like, no, this is something that you're supposed to be able to take with you and play with your friends, couch co-op, online versus, couch versus, all that stuff that with Splatoon 2 and ARMS and Mario Kart. I think it would be very foolish to think that Smash Brothers is not coming eventually. So that I'm really looking forward to. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom battle is a thing. That might be something fun for my son who is into stuff like that. I'm kind of over the Rabbids personally, but that doesn't mean that I wish this game didn't exist. I think it's going to be good. If I get it, it'll be because I have an 8-year-old who will enjoy it. And then Mario Odyssey, like it looks gorgeous, it looks amazing. There's a new mechanic involving the hat, where like in a lot of old Mario games, you would put on suits. I say a lot. It's really Mario 3 and Super Mario 3D World, and maybe a couple others in there. This actually, you throw the hat onto an enemy and you become the enemy, and that looks really awesome. The jazz soundtrack, the jazz soundtrack. I love jazz. It's good. I was really enjoying that. So, hey, what's up, Nathan Davis? What's going on? I'm actually about to wrap up because I'm on Mario Odyssey and I heard my phone ringing, and it's probably my wife, so I need to go answer it. But thanks for coming out. It's gonna be good. I hope you get to go back and watch the rest of it. Anyway, Mario Odyssey looked great. I'm excited for where the Switch is headed this year in 2017 and where it's headed beyond. Nintendo really, I think them getting their butts kicked with the Wii U was a good thing. I think that with everything, when Sony got their rear ends handed to them last generation, I know they eventually came back and they sold just as many PS3s as Microsoft sold Xbox 360s, but they were getting their rear ends handed to them, and they straightened up, and I like that. And Microsoft is kind of going through that right now with the Xbox One. They're getting their rear ends handed to them. They're having some trouble righting that ship, but I think they're going to. I'm really excited. Anyway, Nintendo has righted their ship. I'm really excited for where they're going with this. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to do it for me right now. I'm going to try and watch the other press conference, at least Sony and Microsoft. I don't have enough time in my life to watch Bethesda and Ubisoft and all that stuff. I'll just catch stuff like that later. But I'm looking forward to watching Sony and Microsoft's. I or someone else will do something like this for theirs. It's gonna be good. That's probably the extent of the E3 coverage you're gonna get out of us this year. Anyway, look forward to a tournament coming up real soon. I know it's gonna be. I say I know. Let me back that up. Pretty sure it's going to be based on Hearthstone, but hopefully we'll have something to announce in the community about that real soon. And then I'm still me and Gamalad Patrick Fagan. We're still talking and trying to get this thing with ARMS and Splatoon 2 worked out. It's going to happen. I have faith that it's going to happen. There's just getting his schedule and my schedule to line up with each other. Is not always the easiest thing in the world, but I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thanks for watching this. Please check out the links below in the description. Please go subscribe to our Patreon page. Please buy a t-shirt. Represent. Hopefully I'll have a shirt soon. This is not a shirt. This is Star Wars that I'll be able to wear on the streams and stuff like that. They're really nice shirts. They really are. I think they're going to be good. Mine are in the mail, hopefully soon. So, thanks for watching. Love you guys, and have a good one.